Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Takahiro Tomiyasu, a man who certainly had his moments in the 23-24 season, as did his team.
Yeah, he really made a difference in a very famous victory against their title rivals from Manchester.
The one where the manager beat his old master.
It was a win that really boosted their title credentials, making a lot of fans believe that their showing from the previous season had been no fluke.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. McTominay. Yaya Toure. Serginho. Tries to play it through. And that should get the job done. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Kimmich. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. And here's Haaland. And this is Hullet. And Hullet!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Roberto Baggio. Still goalless at the moment. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's good running with the ball. Great vision. And this is Neymar, and he's managed to get free.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Hullet. Strokes it back. That's a shade optimistic. Luis Suarez. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Kimmich. Hullet. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bellingham. Oh, good-looking ball.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Nedved was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he's forced to go back. Maldini. And it's Rijkaard. And Serginho. Mateus. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Looking for the run. Now it's Mbappe. And the shot! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Mbappe demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Arsenal have taken the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers.
Neymar! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Hullet. Mateus. And it's Hullet. Mateus really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Oh, well played. Hullet.
Jeff Chiba truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time. It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Tomiyasu, a player who needs no introduction.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Good ball over the top. Oh, they could be caught out here. He's found the big chance. Oh, taken with style. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And he's away, in with the challenge. And the first half is done. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Can he get on the end of this? Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Arsenal look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible. Oh, it's great work in terms of both purpose and intensity.
Yaya Toure. And it's Kimmich. And it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Luis Suarez aims beyond the defence. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Mateus is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
Now it's Nedved. Out towards the flank. Played into space. It's out for a goal kick. A poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Nedved, real chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Pullet getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Hullet. Bellingham does well to get it back. Luis Suarez. And he's been shifted off it. And that is as far as they're going to go. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Nesta gets it clear. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Luis Suarez looking understandably energised after his goal. Tomiyasu. Ball played for Nesta. Tomiyasu. And it's Nesta. Nedved is herring after that one. It's Bellingham. Lahm. Just about up to 75 minutes. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Can he get it through? Got it! They've done it! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Lam. And it's Nedved. Mbappe!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Iniesta. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
That's very neat. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, if you dwell on it for that long, that's what happens.
Nesta. And it's Bellingham. Ferdinand. Arsenal looking to pass their way through.
Arsenal nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Knocks it into space. Seedorf. Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Now this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position. And this an opportunity to pull level. And he's going direct. Kimmich! It is fantastic! A finish right from the top draw. They have stolen level at the last. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly,
he's gone for goal! Oh, that's incredible! Late in the day, this could well be it! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Arsenal take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Hoeneß gets into a good position. Stood up well to him there. And time is up. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Jeff, Chiba, absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle, which was painfully exploited, and that's left plenty for the manager to think about. A painful reminder of where standards really need to be.
Quick reminder today, please have your
thanks to Jim alongside. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Opts for safety. Serginho. And here's Thuram. Bullet! It's a loose ball. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I really like the look of Florian Wirtz, Peter. What's impressed me most...
Oh, what a climb! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
It's a throw-in. And it's Seedorf. Kimmich. They're battling for the right to play in the early stages. Seedorf. And it's Yaya Toure. It's Kimmich. So we're still where we started right now. And here's Thuram. Mbappe.
Jeff, Chiba really are packing the box now.
Yeah, it does seem to be something of a numbers game they're playing.
Well, it's exactly the right approach, Peter. If you can deliver quality balls from out wide, you need to make sure there's someone on the end of it. Simple.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Bale. Ronaldinho. Now that looks a decent ball. Driving through the middle. Maldini, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? No foul, says the referee. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Wirtz. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. It's a searching pass. Turns back here, probably the best option. Maldini. Rijkaard. And it's Yaya Toure. It's Kimmich. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. He shifted it to the flank. Drives it. Big header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Yaya Toure bumps him off it and wins back the ball. McTominay simply refused to be outdone there. Bastoni gets over and intercepts. Knocks it into space. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Bale. Oh, that's fabulous. Wirtz. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Seedorf. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Chance to deliver. Defending of the desperate variety. Bellingham. Bastoni. It's Bellingham. And it's Ronaldinho. Well, that pass isn't the best. And here's Bale. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Yaya Toure. That is good strength. Well, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Bellingham. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Everyone, please welcome.
How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Jeff, Chiba clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Rijkaard. Back into the middle. Mbappe looking to penetrate opposition lines. Great defending, strong and determined. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. It's a promising position. And it's Tchouaméni. And it's made its way to him. Oh, shooting chance! Seedorf. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Thuram. Now that is commitment to the cause.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And this is Yaya Toure. Thuram! They want to be quick to recover this. And he's there to get it away. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Number 25, Thuram. Number 14,
Can he get it through?
Lukaku. Number 27.
He is just caressing the ball.
Coming on the field. Number 13.
Wirtz can get it clear.
Number 10, Neymar. Number 6, Iniesta.
Yaya Toure being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
Ronaldinho. And now the breakaway. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. A header! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
The defender is not giving up on this. Bale.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Played out towards the right wing. Looking here to chip it through. It's a goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Bellingham. That's a shade optimistic. Iniesta. Now it's Neymar. Rummenigge. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, good ball! Could move up a gear here. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And the shot! They've done it! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
On the field, number 4, Hullets.
Yaya Toure.
19, Seedorf. Coming on the field, number 15,
Mateus.
number 17.
Now Hoeneß. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
And this is Neymar.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Ronaldinho. Great chance! Oh, it's come loose.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Iniesta. Decent progress down the left. Aimed beyond the defence. Defending of the desperate variety.
Jeff Chiba really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now, can they get him away?
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Iniesta. Nice control. Tchouaméni. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. And that is that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area. But the centre of their defence looked open and very, very unsafe.
For the benefit of anybody who has found themselves
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We have already started here. Haaland totally focused today, as always, as he has been throughout the 499 appearances he's made up until this one.
Well, what an amazing career he's had, Peter, and I'm sure this won't be the last significant landmark he'll surpass. I think when it comes to consistency, this guy has set the levels.
Mateus, he shifted it to the flank. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Maldini. And Mateus. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. And he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's been played through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Yaya Toure. Yamal. Rijkaard simply refused to be outdone there. He was under real pressure there. Incoming delivery. And that should get the job done.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Ronaldinho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he's running through. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Oh, that's nice. Cannavaro proves too strong.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
They've played it short. Opts to play it back. Shot, surely! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Maldini.
Jeff, Chiba really are packing the box now.
Yeah, it does seem to be something of a numbers game they're playing.
Well, it's exactly the right approach, Peter. If you can deliver quality balls from out wide, you need to make sure there's someone on the end of it. Simple.
Played down the flank. Ronaldinho providing an outlet on that flank. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And it's Ronaldinho. Threads one in. Crosses it in. He rises! Crossbar comes to the rescue. And now they can clear their lines. Rodriguez. And it's Ødegaard. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Ronaldinho wins the duel this time. Now it's Ronaldinho. Nice control. He is through here. Hangs in a cross. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. Could move up a gear here. Strong running down that left flank. No, he's just misjudged that one. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Camavinga goes looking wide. Just eases him off the ball. Toure did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And the counter is on. And he's quick to snatch it back. Now he's got space here. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Serginho. Stood up well to him there. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. And we're off again.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Yamal.
Lamine Yamal really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And it's Neymar.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected.
Lamine Yamal really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And a chance! They've done it! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner and he picked them off instead.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Number 6,
Maldini.
Number 15,
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
And here's Neymar. Looking to play him in.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Mbappe. He's got away. Now it's Yamal. Chance for a shot! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Tigres are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And here's Neymar. Iniesta. He is just caressing the ball. Chooses to go back. Now it's Rodri. Yamal. Now it's Rodri. Played into space. Yamal receives it in a wide position. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Rummenigge getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
Hernes. Hernes will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Mateus has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, some players have clearly taken issue here and things are threatening to boil over.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. That is a brilliant interception. Tigres are looking to go forward now. Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Mbappe. Has a look and plays it forward. Aimed beyond the defence. Rummenigge receives, shapes to shoot! They've scored! Right back in the game! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Rummenigge demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Kimmich gets into some space. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And he's worked it through. So much time. He's having a shot! He scores! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Tigres could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Knocks it into space. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And time is up. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then? Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now that looks a decent ball. Mbappe in acres of space out wide. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Threads one in. Doku tries to pass it through. Cafu receives it in a wide position. And he's there to clear it. Doku will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Guti showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
Hullet shapes to shoot! In he goes again! It's there! The breakthrough strike! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Mateus! Oh, the ball's run loose here. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. The chance to pull further clear. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. There's the shot! They've scored! Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And the finish! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Kimmich can see things others simply cannot. That has ended up in no man's land. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Neymar.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
That's very neat. He's found a way through. Serginho's... Oh, smashing header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt. All too easy.
And it's Guti. Now it's Doku. Takes on his marker. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Yaya Toure. Mateus. And here's Neymar. And it's Kimmich.
There will be 3 minutes.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, this looks sharp. So what can they make of this? It's played through for him. Drogba. Now it's Roberto Carlos. And that's played in low. Neymar, very much a man of this moment. Guti. And we've reached half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. And we're already back up and running after half-time. It's a threatening... And he shoots! It's loose, and it's come back out to him. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, they're labouring their way towards the opposition goal here, Peter, and this needs a much livelier solution.
Rijkaard simply refused to be outdone there. Doku. He's had a shot! Yaya Toure. Now it's Thuram. That has been slung wide.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That's good play. Serginho stood his ground strongly. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round.
And a shot! And he nearly went all the way.
Neymar just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
It's their second corner of the game. Kimmich with the short one. Played out towards the right wing.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Back they go. Mateus. And it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cafu. Guti. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Oh, it's come loose. Looking for the run. Guti. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Number 4, Bullet. Number 27, Serginho. Coming on the field.
And here's Iniesta. That looks a good ball through.
Heinz Rummenigge.
He's in space and looking for options.
Lukaku.
Nice control.
15, Paredes.
He's making a real surge on the left.
Iniesta.
Real chance! And he gets rid in a hurry.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Opts for safety. Rijkaard. Rummenigge. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Adams. Cannavaro. Now Mbappe. Now it's Drogba. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And he's been shifted off it. Toure did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's Lukaku. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Hones! Oh, what a mistake! Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
He just needed to be quicker then. This defence won't give you time to second-guess yourself.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Hones. Turns back here, probably the best option. A probing pass. Roberto Carlos spots it and intercepts. Mbappe. Knocks it into space. Mateus. And it's Yaya Toure. Now Hones. His head's a shot! Yes! And they are cruising away. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So now the difference is 3.
Substitution.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. That's at the end. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We have already started here. Great ball, and he's in here. Neymar! Oh, the ball's come loose here. And it's Kimmich. And here's Hullet, and he welcomes it in. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's picked his way through. Chooses to go cross-field. Lewandowski stood his ground strongly. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, Erling Haaland is very much the player in all of football in so many ways. His development really owes to the fact that he made all the best choices. The clubs, the coaches, everything has been meticulously planned, and an awful lot of that would be attributed to his dad's experience.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Yaya Toure. Neither side yet able to find the net. Neymar looking to play him in. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Yaya Toure.
Jeff, Chiba really are packing the box now.
Yeah, it does seem to be something of a numbers game they're playing.
Well, it's exactly the right approach, Peter. If you can deliver quality balls from out wide, you need to make sure there's someone on the end of it. Simple.
And he's certainly onside here. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Kimmich goes short. Oh, that's a fine interception. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pinches it off him. And it's Kimmich. Yaya Toure. And it's Rijkaard. Now this could be a chance. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had
shapes to shoot! Kimmich conjures time and space where few can. Tries to pass it through. Schneider shoots! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Rijkaard. And Serginho. Oh, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Yaya Toure. Serginho. Good driving run. He's shifting through the gears here. Mateus! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
He's on it. Can he get it? And the ball's come loose here. Played out wide. This looks promising.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Mendieta. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And it's Neymar. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Mateus showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And the pass is intercepted. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. div1, Schneider. He rises! It's in! There is the breakthrough! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
There will be 1 minute added time.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Mendieta. And the first half is done. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And we're off again.
Jeff, Chiba can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Adams. Beckenbauer. Now Ruben Diaz. And it's Serginho.
That was lovely, that.
He has found the way through. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And that has been knocked clear. Oh, that's fabulous. That looks a good cross. Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
div1. Schneider. He's got tall. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Now, can they get him away? Neymar. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Schneider. Rijkaard. Beckenbauer. And Adams. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Mendieta. Serginho was in no mood for any of that. Looking for options for movement. And he skips past his man. Can he latch on to this? That's good play. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Serginho gets into some... A header! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Plays a sharp little ball here. Mendieta! In he goes again! Oh, the ball's run loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Now the delivery. Terrific header! And yes, it's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Schneider. He's found a way through. Cross flung in towards the middle.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Rijkaard. Cross to the back post. Up he goes! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. And it's Hullet. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mateus. Ball played for Rijkaard. Yaya Toure. That's Rijkaard.
Jeff, Chiba are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Van der Ven. Some resolute defending there. Beckenbauer plays it through. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And that is as far as they're going to go.
Substitution on the field. Number
So,
17,
time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 27, Serginho. Number 10,
5 minutes left on the clock.
number 4, Hullet. Number 9,
Iniesta.
Erling Haaland.
Yaya Toure.
On the field,
And it's
number
Seedorf.
17, Seedorf. Number 6, Iniesta. Number 13,
Darren Fletcher.
Karl-Heinz
That's a good ball out wide.
Number 15, Hannes.
Ball played for
Number
Rijkaard.
25,
That's a good run down the left.
There will be one
Tries to
minute
play
at
it
a time.
through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. And that is that. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. How would you summarise...